Today. I don't know if you've seen the title of today's show, but today we're going to be talking a little bit about Aldon Smith and the what ifs that he has created in the NFL. Um, Actually, the biggest what if probably in 49ers history, and it's not Trey Lance, it's not injuries, but it's Aldon Smith. It's 4 seasons with the 49ers with 44 sacks, a franchise sack record season. By the age of 23, he looked like he might have been the greatest pass rusher to ever play in the organization. Um, he was absolutely amazing, taken from us too soon at the age of 36 yesterday. Um, I guess here's my question for today and for the audience is if Aldon Smith stays out of trouble, is he a guaranteed Hall of Famer or Gold Jacket winner or at least runner up? Um, Was he the most naturally gifted pass rusher that the Niners have ever seen? Was it, I know he doesn't have the greatest career and not the most accomplishments, but talent wise, I mean, we've had a lot of great guys, um, Bryant Young, Nick Bosa, but I think Aldon Smith might have had the highest ceiling out of everybody. Um, he had he had some incredible games. He had some incredible talent. The teams that he played with, the guys, I mean, what he was drafted in 2011. He was a seventh overall pick out of Missouri. Just from day one, he was an absolute beast. And if I remember correctly, he had 14 sacks his rookie year. He had 19 and a half sacks his second year, which was a career high at the time. I mean, franchise high at the time at 19 and a half sacks. I think it's still our franchise record of 19 and a half sacks. Um, so if he had if he had, let's see, 34 and a half or 33 and a half sacks in the first 2 years, in comparison, that really puts him better than a lot of today's Hall of Famers and guys that are in the Pro Bowl for 3 or even 4 years. So that's pretty incredible, at least for at the time. Now we can't chalk it up all just to Aldon. I mean, he played with the Cowboy, Justin Smith. The guy was a true beast. Justin Smith called on double coverage all the time, allowing Aldon to get off the edge a whole hell of a lot. Hello in the chat. It's nice to see you here. But yeah, Justin Smith was so big. He allowed Aldon to get home more often than not. So was Aldon Smith good because of Justin Smith, or was Justin unlocking a future Hall of Famer? I think that's kind of a crazy question, actually, even consider back then, especially seeing how Aldon Smith only played for 4 years with the 49ers. What up, guys? Good to see you here. Um, but yeah, the fact that he was only in for 4 years and then went, what, Cowboys and the Raiders. I believe he only had another 8.5 sacks in his remaining 2 years, which obviously he was falling off a cliff at that point. I mean, he was already having trouble with the law, trouble with the league in general. So I mean, his explosive coming out of college was absolutely amazing. I mean, by 23 years old, he had 33 and a half sacks, and that's absolutely incredible. Um, I guess my biggest question that I really want to ask the audience today, and we can talk about it. You guys can tell me in the chat, whatever. But at their pinnacle, new viewers, old viewers, I'm talking about actually a football, not just this channel. Who do you think is better? At their pinnacle, with their absolute peak, who was the most terrifying? Aldon Smith or Nick Bosa? I would love some answers here. If you guys actually watch any of these guys play, if you're old enough to remember Aldon Smith playing 2011, 2012, he had 5.5 sacks against the Bears that year when Colin Kaepernick's first game. He was absolutely incredible. He also had 5.5 sacks in the playoffs that year, helping them get to the Super Bowl. So pretty awesome. I mean, the guy was just an absolute beast. He was a monster. Um, in what, 2011. So in his first 3 years, 2011, 2012, 2013, he had 42 sacks, despite missing a bunch of games, which was second in the entire league at that point, which was really high. But I believe, I don't remember exactly right now who was first, but I don't believe they missed any games. Aldon Smith, I think, had missed 6 games at that point in those 3 years. So that's a pretty big number of more sacks, obviously, that he could have attained. Um, but if you watched the Niners back then, if you watched 2011, 2012, 2013, I mean, you got to watch Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Justin Smith, Aldon flying off the edge. I mean, it was probably one of the most fierce front sevens or just nastiest fucking sevens the franchise has ever had. And probably, I mean, I'm obviously opinionated and biased because I'm a gigantic Niners fan, but I would say that was one of the most terrifying front sevens that any team has ever had in the 49ers. Mainly, I mean, they were all awesome players, but Aldon was just so fast and Justin Smith was so big that it was one hell of a combination. These guys were just incredible. Um, so, in the 4 years that Aldon Smith played with the Niners, he had 44 sacks, and that's in 50 games. And a lot of players don't average a sack a game. It's pretty incredible to even think about a sack a game in a player's career. Obviously, he went on, like I said, to play with the Cowboys and the Raiders, and he only got 8.5 sacks. I believe that was the number in another 2 years. So, I mean, not amazing in those last years, but he was already having issues pulling ARs on Norteños and things like that way back in the day and going to jail and stuff. So, he had his issues. He was truly a beast, but one thing I actually worry about with this, I mean, he had 52 and a half sacks in his career. Um, Obviously, like I said, his play declined when he left the 49ers, but he was having, mental health issues or whatever was going on with him. And I guess at the time of death, he was helping deliver pizzas to homeless people, which I mean is absolutely incredible. I wish I could do that right now, and I can if I had my stuff in a little bit better of a position. But he was obviously having issues with health and family and home, and I mean that's in and out of jail for the past few years and whatnot. So I wish the NFL had a program that we could do to help people like this. I mean, if we've all watched, the NFL over the past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever, I mean, we've seen guys with problems. We've seen guys with CTE. We've seen Antonio Browns walk off the field and throw their everything, helmet, their garb, all of it. Jersey's gone, everything's gone. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Antonio Brown is, doing healthy, doing better now. But what about BA? What about Brandon Ayuk? He seems to not be so healthy as of lately. And I mean, maybe it's just him not giving everybody the honest truth, or maybe there's some underlying stuff going on there. So, I'm not trying to compare like our military to the NFL, but we have the Wounded Warrior Project in our military. Can we have something similar to that in the NFL? Can we have something to help guys that have mental disorders or any kind of thing like that where they're actually having issues in life or issues with their esteem or whatever you want to call it, their character, their whatever you want to say. If they're having any kind of issues, can they get a counselor or something paid for by the NFL if these guys are even having money issues? And I know that seems kind of crazy for an NFL player to be having money issues, but a lot of these guys, I mean, especially with the way the economy changes so fast and how expensive things get, they don't earn a lot. Like, I mean, these guys that played 15, 20 years ago don't have a lot of money in comparison to what these guys make today. So, and I'm not saying that they should be making more money or anything like that. I just hope that out of all the money that the NFL accrues from all these different teams, that maybe we could do a wounded NFL player program, or some kind of compromised health NFL player program, or something, just for these guys to be able to reach out without not necessarily having to pay out of pocket, but without it having to be a big secret or, them feeling ridiculed or anything like that. I mean, just something for somebody to talk to. I mean, heck, I know, I'm 6'8", 210 pounds. I do all of my life by myself. I mean, now I have a great old lady, but I wish I had people to talk to at times, and I do. I call my brothers, I call my friends that I have. I keep my circle small because I don't trust a lot of people, but I do have people that I can talk to. So I hope everybody out here has people that they could talk to. I hope all you guys that are in the chat and all you guys that actually know me, Daza, Cubs, anybody out here, I mean, Grant, Jesse, all you guys, if you ever need anybody, you can always call on me. You guys that don't have my number, I'll give it to you. Um, I'm a very positive person. I like to keep life uplifting, and I mean, we only get one shot at this, so let's try to make it our best. But we all have our hard days, and we all go through our little states of depression. So, if anybody ever needs anything, we should have things that we could be able to, talk to and organizations to work through certain things. I think that would be absolutely incredible. Um, Again, Aldon Smith was only 36 years old. There's no toxicology reports yet, or anything on a cause of death, or anything like that. But there will be, and I hope we get some more information. And I'm not trying to cloud anything or anybody, taint the family's legacy or anything like that. He was one of the best players I've ever witnessed play the game. He truly was amazing, and it's just really sad. My mom died at 39 years old of a massive heart attack, 6 days before she turned 40, and I don't know if this is a similar situation. Aldon Smith could have died of a massive heart attack in that car at 36 years old. We don't know. But the stress and everything that carries with somebody like that, especially with financial issues and all of his family and everything, I really wish I could have personally even helped him. I know, he doesn't know Dave Sims. He doesn't know Eddie D's live. He probably never once turned this channel on. I mean, I haven't even been going that long, but I guarantee you, I wish I could have been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to any of you guys. Any of you guys that want to talk to me, any of you guys that want to talk about anything outside of the NFL, I'm down. Like, subscribe, get my information. I'll talk to you about anything. You want to work out? Let's go. Let's keep life pushing, man. Like, I love the NFL and I love watching, but without NFL players and without healthy lives, I mean, what are we doing here? So, I don't know. The Aldon Smith, like I said, he was drafted top in the first round, number 7 pick out of the University of Missouri, and 13 sacks his rookie year, 19 and a half, no, 14 sacks his rookie year, 19 and a half his second year. Still franchise record, 33, 34 and a half sacks, 33 and a half sacks his first 2 years, absolutely unheard of at the time. I mean, the guy just blew people up. The game against the Bears, I recommend if you don't remember watching him, go back and watch some of the highlights. The game against the Bears, that was Colin Kaepernick's first game into the NFL where he actually took the spotlight from Alex Smith, and it was a totally different game as far as it being an offensive game. But Aldon Smith raised hell against the Bears with 5.5 sacks that game, and he got home against Campbell so much of the time by speed and arm length, and it just seems like things that you don't really even see anymore. Like the last guy that we even had like that is Buckner, who is gone, that we got rid of. Like he had the arm length. Armstead didn't have it. I mean, Armstead had arm length, but he didn't have the speed. Nobody that we've had recently was like Aldon Smith. So this is just a tribute show. We could talk about anything and everything you want. I just mainly want to say, Aldon Smith, your family, everybody out there, we absolutely love you. We send you our best. I hope everybody that is a Niner fan has found out about this and has at least, been able to kind of express their feelings and even their gratitude for being able to watch him for so long. Aldon Smith was the very first jersey I ever wanted outside of like Jerry Rice and Steve Young when I was just a kid. Um, it was just amazing to watch a defensive player like that grow so fast and so extremely well. I mean, The guy was truly, truly a talent. Um, let's go back to the question. If anybody ever wants to come back into this, is Aldon Smith better than Nick Bosa at their peak? Who is the best? Is Would Aldon Smith be the same without Justin Smith, the Smith brothers? Would Nick Bosa be the same without some of his freaking, creating lineup, star lineup that he had? Armstead, and I mean, when did he have his best years? When Dre and Fred and all the guys were there, I believe. I mean, last year wasn't good. Last year he was also injured. So, how many years has Bosa been playing now versus the 4 that Aldon Smith played for us? Um, Everybody, I just wish you all the best. Happy Sunday to you. It's June 14th. I believe next weekend is Father's Day. I will probably be going live because I don't associate with my father very much. But I wish everybody the best. You guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. Check out the shorts. If you have any even opposing topics or opposing answers or opinions to anything that I say, let me know. I want to talk about it. So you guys get in here. Let's hash it out. I appreciate all of you for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you later. Happy Sunday.